Welcome to the Creative Contessa at Pennsic. I am excited to bring to you something really special today. I know a lot about a lot of different things for whatever weird reason, but I don't know everything about everything. And so I consult the wonderful experts here who are selling their handmade wares based on medieval recipes. We are here today at Cosmetica Obscura with one of the purveyors and the artisans, Ilaria. So she is going to be taking us through a wide array of cosmetics, creams, salves, hair treatments. You've all been asking me, how did they clean their hair? How did they scent their hair? What kind of soap did they use on their body? Well, I have all those answers and so much more today. So, Ilaria, what got you started on this path?
It's been an interest for a long time, and what got me started personally was actually a little bottle like this that came from Historical Glassworks, and it's a mysterious Roman era perfume or cosmetic container, and the question is what goes in it.
Right.
And so we are working at Pennsic with Historical Glassworks to figure out the fillings. And so that was the beginning. And then my sister has been researching for years now historical manuscripts and also archaeological finds to redact recipes of historical cosmetics.
And I mean, what inspired the interest in cosmetics in general? I mean, is it just like you wanted a more natural approach and you thought this could be a way to combine love of history with...
There's something about recreating the ephemeral material culture that's so interesting. It really brings things to life in a way that doesn't usually survive. And I just think that's fascinating.
I agree. And I think also it ties in really well with a move towards sustainability, more natural, getting away from all of the synthetic chemicals.
That's true.
Because, you know, these recipes contain lots of really powerful active ingredients.
Yes.
They also, the originals can contain some very powerfully toxic things, but obviously you haven't built those into your creams.
Correct. And we start with recipes that either don't contain toxic materials, or we make substitutions as necessary.
Right.
So for example, the lip rouge here was originally cinnabar, but we have cosmetic, but the rest are the original, so we've matched it, but the rest are the original pigments, ochre and cochineal.
Brilliant.
And alkanet.
So actually, cinnabar, most people don't know what cinnabar is, and they definitely don't know that it's toxic. Could you explain what cinnabar is, please?
It is vermilion. Alexis, vermilion with mercury in it, correct?
Vermilion with mercury.
And it makes a lovely tomato red,
Yes.
which we have mimicked here.
Yeah,
With
fantastic.
skin-safe ingredients.
Yeah, that's yes, not with cinnabar. Yeah, cinnabar makes one amazing red. It really does. Just like lead white is the most amazing clear white you can possibly imagine.
It is, but they also used a number of other whites in the period.
Yeah,
they used
absolutely.
white clays, gypsum, chalk.
Yeah. So tell me about, you know, most people think, a lot of people have this weird idea that historical people and the people that didn't wear cosmetics, they didn't add things to their skin to beautify, but obviously this isn't true.
Yes, they did, and I think it depends on the time and place, and we have a wide range. The world's oldest lipstick, interpreted as a lipstick that was found in India and is red ochre.
And so that's called the
Chanhudaro lipstick, yes.
Wow.
And then my particular interest is ancient Rome, particularly 1st century, and there are a lot of text references to wearing makeup, and a lot of crossover between therapeutic skin care and makeup.
Right. And if you've ever, I mean, I lived in Germany for a long time, so I used to visit all the ancient Roman sites, and they have so many cosmetic tools that have survived in the archaeological record. Yeah.
Yes, and we're starting to carry some. We have some made for us by an artisan here, Thor's Hammer.
Oh.
And I use them in class down at Pennsic.
Wait, Thor's Hammer? Actually, I think he made the harness on my belt.
Oh, yes.
Actually, yeah, this is Thor's Hammer. Yeah,
Okay.
it's nice to see him expanding.
Yes. Yes, he makes his cosmetic spoons.
Wow.
And I've used them to mix Roman cosmetics.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's talk.
Cosmetic spoon, right?
Yes, right here.
Yeah, look at this beautiful thing. Oh, it's just it's so beautiful. I want it because it's beautiful. I don't, yeah, it's so gorgeous. So this cosmetic spoon would be used for both mixing and application?
Yes, potentially. We've experimented with different ways. They mix pigments into fats on stone palettes, and so it's particularly useful for
so
that.
like paints, like basically
Very
mixing your
similar.
oil and your pigment
Yes,
on
very
the
similar.
palette.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
And have you tried? Is that how you've experimented
Yes.
with that? I take it.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it scalable?
Yes, actually, there is one surviving mixed cream from Roman Londinium, and we have it here. We'll have it on our website. We didn't have any for Pennsic, but this is a recreation of the Londinium cream.
Wow.
You might have seen it. It's a little tin and it has a fingerprint in it.
Oh, wow.
And this is our recreation.
So when you say
that's what this
surviving, the cream was still in it.
Yes, it was
Wow.
sealed. It was in a temple precinct,
Wow.
buried, and they opened it up and found the cream inside.
That's so exciting. Because like you said, these are the ephemeral remnants of a civilization, but someone's finger touched it and left part of them in it.
Yes.
Right? You're literally touching a human who
Yes.
lived 2,000 years
Yes,
ago
yes.
almost. May I?
Please do.
So we think it's a moisturizing cream?
I think
it looks like it could be honestly
a bit
just
of a skin lightening because I'll show you
Right.
too. It has a little bit of a lightening effect.
right.
It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got almost a buttercream texture,
Smells. Gosh,
but
it smells
blends
lovely.
in. It blends in quite well. It's got starch in it, and it just ends up lightening your skin tone just a little bit.
Right, just giving it that almost that marble glow.
Yes,
that would have been
yes,
so fashionable, especially amongst Mediterranean women who tend to be olive.
Very true. Very true.
So, did they analyze the contents of it?
Yes. 40% ruminant fat, 4% starch. 15% tin oxide. We've used a zinc oxide.
Zinc oxide was very, very, very
Yes,
close.
yes.
Yeah, which is why I think it. I mean, with that much zinc oxide, it should actually be a natural sunblock. Right?
Probably
It
to
would-
some extent.
Right,
We
wow.
haven't tested it for that, but yes.
Well, no, and I don't know if any of you want to be the ones who test if it prevents sunburn or not. I don't, but it smells. God, it smells lovely, and it just absorbs right in.
And the
Wow.
starch keeps it from being too greasy.
Right. Oh, that's amazing. Because now what I do with my Salernitan recipe sunblock is I starch it afterwards. Like
Oh, okay.
I apply it to my skin and I starch it, and then I think, why didn't they just mix the starch into it to start with? Wow, wow. And the smell is beautiful. What is that?
We added some fragrance. What did you put in it, Alexis? I think rose. Rose and myrtle. Rose and
Myrtle. That's it. That's what I'm smelling. Wow.
And there may have been fragrance in it that might have dissipated.
Of course, it's only been at least 1,800 years, possibly longer. Yeah. Wow. Brilliant. So these various lip rouges, Kermes rouge, for instance. So Kermes, for those you guys have heard me wax eloquent about Kermes before because it makes the most amazing red dye stuff. But I was under the impression that Kermes itself was either endangered or very hard to
That is
buy.
one of our few substitutions is with cochineal, which is the New World version.
Right, it's the New World
which
cousin.
affected the industry, the Kermes industry.
It did.
But hopefully the Kermes industry is building up again, and hopefully eventually we would love to get
Have you
some.
actually heard talk of
I've
breeding or
seen-
whatever they do to Kermes lice to make them grow?
I've seen people who have access to small amounts of Kermes make cosmetics. But
Oh my
nothing that we
gosh,
can
that
do at
must
scale.
that
yet.
makes me so jealous. Because I've I maybe like you, I've only really had access to cochineal, which they're not quite the same.
Right.
Yeah, it's not quite the same thing. Wow. So how are these rouges? Do we know? I mean, we have the recipes for them.
Yes.
Do the recipes ever talk about how to apply it? It's sometimes.
Yes, I think this one does, particularly because it's got a lot of wax in it, and it describes how to warm it and apply on the cheeks.
Ah, that's very interesting. Yeah, because a lot of people might touch some of these and think, wow, it's so dense and so thick that you actually need to use the heat of your hand to.
Yes, and for some of them you do. This one has quite a deep color. Of course, it's very warm here today, so that softens it, but you get quite a bright color.
Can you see it?
Can you
Hanson,
see
or do we need? Wow, yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, it's interesting how the aesthetics change. You know, sometimes you want the fashion is like in the 80s, it was shockingly bright cheeks that looked like they could slice you, right? And then of course in this era, it's actually a much more subtle blending if you look at the portraiture, right?
Yes.
So when in making these, are the base fats, because these all have some kind of base fat, some
Yes.
kind of, right? So
Yes.
what is the base fat generally the same, or do we see variety in the recipes?
There is variety in the recipes. This one, I think we have an olive oil and castor oil, and this one has a lot of wax and is also olive oil. I think one substitution that we made was sesame oil for this one. Because of allergies, we have castor.
Right, yeah.
But for the skincare, a lot of the fats that we see for facial use would be hen or duck fat. and tallow better
so
for the
hen
body.
specifically.
Hen specifically, we
Interesting.
use duck. We use French duck fat.
Mhm.
That's very sweet and very light, and it melts right into the skin beautifully.
Do you know why hen fat would be the choice versus capon fat or rooster fat?
I think, what are your thoughts, Alexis? The whiteness, I think. The whiteness of the fat.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Because then it won't tint the thing that in a way it shouldn't be tinted.
Particularly for foundations.
Wow. So I'm just
Just
going
going to wipe my hands through
Yes, no, absolutely. So let me just show you some of these up close. So the world's second oldest lipstick is this Marhazi lip paint. And look at that, 2000 BC, right?
Yes.
Wow. Wow, that's remarkable. And do you wear any of these regularly, or well, however regularly you might actually?
Yes, I wear the Kermes Rouge, but mostly I really like this one for my face. I use that every day on my face with rose water.
Yeah. So here we've been talking about cosmetics.
Sure.
But I guess now we can get into maybe the facial creams.
Yes.
Oh wait, but it's 12th century foundation. Now.
Yes,
That's
this is
very interesting.
This is based on a recipe from Trotula, and it's similar. I would say it's a bit similar to the Londinium, but it doesn't have starch in it, and it has duck fat as opposed to tallow, and it does have a little bit more of a yellow color, but it blends in. It has that same lightening effect,
Right.
and we found it gives almost a pearlescent sheen.
It really
Is
does.
the feedback we've gotten. I
Maybe
should.
here a little bit.
Okay. On my wrist.
You can't quite see it.
Can't quite see it.
Yeah.
Put it on my forearm because I could see it.
If you
still doing-
put it
okay.
right here.
Okay.
We are making up the condottiero's wrist. He's going to have the most beautiful, moisturized,
There.
sweet-smelling wrist at the end of this. It will be all the things. He's going to have one patch of skin that never ages.
Well, I've been strigiling my left arm in class all week to show Roman bathing
Oh my God, you have a
practices.
strigil?
I do. I don't have it here,
Oh,
but I'll have it in class tomorrow.
I've talked about the strigil in bathing, and I don't have one at home.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I know. Well, I use them on horses actually.
Yes,
right.
I've heard,
But
yes,
the
to get
Roman
the
one
water
is
out.
right, exactly. But the Roman one is curved, and better suited for the human body.
Yes. And I've been demonstrating it at A&S Fair, and I'm doing a class tomorrow, and it's wonderful. And my left arm is softer than my right arm
I
because
believe
I've been
it.
strigiling it all week.
So
with olive oil.
exfoliating. Yeah. So for those who don't know what a strigil is, because I did a hair washing demonstration the other day, and I have talked about medieval bathing practices, and I haven't seen the evidence of a strigil surviving past ancient Rome. Have you?
I don't think so,
No, I
no.
don't. It's one of those things that vanishes with the Justinian plague. I'm pretty certain. But the strigil is this blade of metal made of bronze or iron sometimes. Right?
Bronze, iron, silver, and some glass.
Of course, because what
Yes.
for the patrician who has everything, you need a glass strigil, obviously.
You should talk to the place to make you.
We talked to Historical Glassworks, and their opinion is that these glass ones are very probably functional because
Wow.
they're found in graves.
Right,
So,
right. So not just votive.
interpreted as symbolic, but their interpretation is,
They could
is
be
functional.
I would
So-
love to try a glass strigil.
Yes, that is the plan.
So the strigil, when you use it on your skin, I'm assuming it probably has an exfoliating effect.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and maybe moving lymph a little bit. As
Right,
well.
cause
It's nice,
increasing
yes.
circulation and stimulating healthier skin. It feels good too, honestly, after a sweaty
Viewers already
day.
want to know if they have a website.
We do have a website.
Yes, they
yes.
do. Let's see, what do we have? Yeah, so honestly, I walked into this place and I thought I'm going to have to take out letters of credit in order to shop here the way I want to.
How shall I show? We have a website and an Etsy.
He'll take care of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I walked in here, I thought, oh, I'm going to buy so many things. Because one, I love shopping from small businesses. I love shopping artisanally made, small batch crafted. Edible is really high on my list. Not that I'm going to stick my face in this
Right,
and suck
but-
it up, but hypothetically, edible on my list, and made of all these really powerful active ingredients that are just the power of nature.
Yes.
Right. So this is actually the recipe I was talking about was Trotta's foundation. Well,
Yes.
this is the one she talks about, the Salernitane women wearing it to protect their skin from the sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So and titanium dioxide, of course. Brilliant. And it smells. Everyone, this thing smells so good. I'm sorry. You're going to have to rely on me to say that it smells so wonderful because it is nutmeg and clove oil and rose oil and olive oil. The duck fat is negligible in terms of the smell it contributes, but
Yes,
Oh.
and we specifically choose duck fat that has a sweet smell.
Right, that is a sweet smell. Yeah. Oh, so nice. I'm in danger of just dying by sniffing this for the rest of my life and never moving on. Oh my goodness. Okay, and have you used the Trocila's recipe with any kind of regularity to see what kind of effect it has on your skin?
Yes. I love anything with duck fat. The first time I put it on, it felt very warm, but ever since then, my skin has adjusted, and I use that and rose water every day. So,
Yeah, that's so beautiful. And there's a quote here, a ceratum with which the face can be anointed every day in order to whiten it. That sounds like exactly something that would come out of one of these manuals.
Yes, and not necessarily permanently bleaching the skin, but just
to create
a
the
pigment
white
that
effect.
whitens.
Yeah, because there's really nothing in here that should lead to whitening. No. Yeah, it's zinc oxide in this case. It's just a inert pigment. So fantastic. Okay, what about this 12th century salve?
This, we have it in a balm and a salve, and the salve is a softer base with more duck fat and less beeswax for the face.
Right.
And we tend to put more beeswax in for the body.
Nice. And this is when they say salve, is this to moisturize the skin? What is its purpose?
To moisturize the skin, yes.
Yes. Hold on. We give you the tester. The other thing? The other thing. Right. Oh, that smells so luscious. Oh my goodness. So this is the salve. Oh, smooths the appearance of wrinkles. And you know, a lot of these things, so there's this salve, this 12th century salve, also from the Trocila, and you've all been hearing me talk about the Trocila a lot lately, so it works out. This is a segue. And you know, so it's got the nutmeg and clove, and these spices are antimicrobial and they're antibacterial, so there's all kinds of extra side benefits from using these, right? Oh my goodness.
Yes, and this one's the balm. Because it's so hot, it has softened a little bit, but it firms up at room temperature.
So what is the difference between a balm and a salve?
A salve is softer, and a balm is a little bit firmer. And we just tend to like the salve for the face and the balm for the body.
Oh, interesting. So I'll just show this side by side, the difference between this is the salve and this is the balm. Ironically, right now the salve is harder.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Look, you can see them.
Yeah, and they're the same thing basically, just one has more olive oil than the other?
Yes, the beeswax, because a lot of these fats, animal fats, can become liquid.
Right.
At high temperatures, you need a little bit of beeswax to stabilize them.
Right.
But not, or it gets too heavy on the skin.
Right, of course it does. I'm going to smell in a good way, not a bad way. Okay, and then we have, so some of you, we're kind of moving up in time a little bit, kind of naturally. So we're going from the Trotula, which is Salerno, that region, supposedly from the Salerno region of Italy, so down in the Amalfi Coast. And now we're moving up to Milano, to Caterina Sforza. Many of you have heard me talk about her before, like the real Renaissance woman. So what, can you tell us briefly about Caterina Sforza?
Ooh, Alexis, you could.
She was an alchemist and noblewoman.
Okay.
You don't have to be on screen, but
She was an alchemist and a noblewoman, and she left some 480 plus recipes of her life's work of chemistry and chemical experiments.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she was quite a brilliant woman. Yeah.
Is that in a book that we can?
Yes, I have the original in Italian.
Yes.
That doesn't help.
Oh, right. Is there? So actually, that's a good point. Has a book been published? Do you
I
know?
have only seen the Italian. It was reprinted in the 1890s. Yes.
Antiquarians for the win.
One manuscript called Affar Bella, to make beautiful. A few pages have remained of that.
Right.
Which are her recipes as well.
Right. Yeah.
We might be able to find it on Project Gutenberg.
Yeah, so yeah, it's actually probably because you all always hear me talk about these antiquarians who thankfully, explored all these manuscripts, transcribed them, in some cases translated them, and then published them because they were rich and bored. And now we have free access to them, so yay.
Segue real quick. Somebody noticed, Twitchy Witch saw you found your necklace.
Yes, I found it. Came back. It's come back. Someone found it in the grass and turned it in. The pendant, the miracle pendant. I have to go make an offering to the of the Virgin tonight. So yes, Ave Maria, a miracle has been performed. My Nalch has been returned to me. Yay! Yeah, so this face and hand salve, what can you tell me about Katerina's
This
work in
is
this case?
also a duck fat base with olive oil. It has mastic and frankincense and camphor, and I find that that is a bit antibacterial. And
right.
we have a big jar of this, and I use this every day. And if you put I do rose water on the face and then put a rich fat. It sort of traps moisture against your skin and keeps your skin moisturized.
Yeah. So the rose water, rose water is made with rose hydrosol, right?
Yes,
Yeah, right.
that's what I
So
use.
for those who don't know, rose water, the difference between rose water and rose essential oil is that rose water is made from a hydrosol of the rose petals, and the essential oil is the
The distilled
It's
oil.
the distilled
yeah.
oil, yes. Yeah. So, what are they? Do you know anything about what kind of science has been on the effects of the rose water on the skin? Have you read anything about that?
It has what, Alexis?
Nothing. It's softening, cooling.
It has acids in it that renew your skin.
Oh, right. That's the thing. That's the effective ingredient. Other than smelling absolutely wonderful. Yeah. So this is what Katerina's salve looks like, and you said it has mastic in it, right?
Yes.
Is that for texture, or does that have a function? Mastic is a gum, correct?
Yes, it's a gum that comes from Greece. I have some for my class. I think for texture, also the fresh scent, and as a mild preservative, probably.
Yeah. So it's a resin, right?
Yes.
From a
Yes.
coniferous tree, I think.
Yes.
I think, yeah. So for those who don't know, there's a special kind of ice cream made in Turkey. It's chewy and it's made with mastic gum.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's used in confectionery.
Yeah. But unfortunately, most of the Turkish ice cream is no longer made with it. They make it with starch instead. But anyway, oh, this smells amazing.
Yeah, softening, exfoliating properties as well.
The rose water or this?
It's softening. I don't know about exfoliating.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Softening, it sort of seals your skin.
Yeah.
Comment or a question.
Firming, softening.
Or question? Yeah, I would say. So you would say more softening than exfoliating on
Yes.
this one. Yeah. Okay. So people have also been asking me about oils for the hair,
Yes.
scents for the hair, cleansing of the hair. I mean, I covered with them some of the recipe in the trotula actually about the hair wash. But there's other ways of beautifying your hair and preserving it and making it more lustrous. So what do you have on offer for hair?
We have a hair oil that's from the Ornaments of Women, from an Italian recipe from the mid 16th century, and they had labdanum in it. Which is
labdanum. That is a new ingredient
resin.
for me. Aha.
It's a resin, and I have some fresh from Crete. It comes from a tree, Christus ladinifer, which is also called the rock rose.
Oh,
And
interesting.
it has a lovely resiny smell. And mixed with the clary sage, which is what was in this recipe, and we put it in olive oil base, also in the recipe. It has a really
I have a tiny little bit of
fresh,
hair we can apply it
interesting.
to.
Okay.
Yay for random flyaways.
Okay. And you only need a little bit, and it softens the hair.
Oh wow, that smell. Oh my goodness. I could imagine ladies wafting about with their hair perfumed and moisturized with this amazing oil. Oh, I'm so sorry there's no fourth dimension to these streams.
It's an interesting complex scent because
really
the clary
is.
sage is so herbal.
It's
This
exactly.
incensey
It's not
smell, yeah.
it's not heady like spicy. It's,
No.
it's green.
It is.
It's a green round smell.
Resiny. Yeah. This is one of my favorites.
Oh wow. So when in the I actually there's a whole section in that particular book. You also were asking me about curls and how they make curls. There's a whole section in that book on applications to cause your hair to curl.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty certain contains the kind of chemicals that are used in a lot of modern permanent.
Yes. Yes.
There's some pretty scary things in
Yes.
there.
Yes.
I think orpiment was one of them, and I thought, oh my god.
Yes, and my specialty is ancient Rome, and they had a lot of hair preparations that were also toxic with lead. So this one is not.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And have you used any of these oils with particular regularity to get a sense of like what the long-term benefits are?
Yes, I find
Because you
them
have amazing
softening-
thick
yes.
hair.
Oh,
so
thank you. Thank you. I honestly, I put any of the salves in my hair. I will use oil sometimes before washing my hair, and it just softens it. And even though you wash your hair, some of the oil still remains.
Well, of course
keeps
it does,
soft.
yeah.
And then I like to put some of the salves on the ends of my hair, or just use it as a brushing balm and sort of brush it through, and it gives shine.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm going to have to buy even more for my hair. So some of these other oils and hairs. What else do we have
These
here?
are primarily for perfumes. These two are based on trokiski, which would be a powdered tablet, and we've interpreted it as an oil that would be crushed as a powder for the body after visiting the baths. Is like one of the final steps in your bathing.
Right.
It'd have a styptic sort of powder
Right.
to freshen the skin and close the pores.
Right.
And it would have these kinds of scents. So we have it as a perfume oil.
You have it as an oil.
Yes.
Right.
And this one is 2nd century Greek, and then this one 6th century Byzantine, and this had more floral in the recipe, and this more spice. But it's the same recipe, the same type of recipe that goes for several centuries.
Right, and all kind of in the realm of the Roman Empire. Yes. So we've got rose, myrrh, and iris.
Yes.
Wow, that is a delightful. Yeah, this is so these perfumed oils in the what were the sources for these?
Metrodora for this one, and Aetius Amidanus for this one.
And so the female, so it actually says a manuscript of the female physician Metrodora. What do we know about?
Now, her works don't survive entirely, correct? And they were preserved in, is it Galen, Alexis? Yes, her works are preserved in Galen. So we have just a fragment.
Right.
So a lot of times we're piecing together with fragments and cross-referencing to try and come up with a product that's plausible.
Something good out of Galen?
Wow, not just vivisecting dogs to see how their nerves work. Fantastic. Oh gosh, I'm going to get banned on YouTube. Anyway.
And you're currently at Pennsic.
Yes, we are welcome to Pennsic, everyone. This is a fair / fighting / learning event hosted by the Society for Creative Anachronism, and we are fortunate to have such amazing artisans here as Cosmetica Obscura. This is Ilaria, the patroness and one of the two craftsmen, two craftswomen who are behind everything you see in this amazing shop. So,
and if you're not here, they do ship international.
Yes, they have a wonderful website. They ship internationally. I'm about to basically lose my next mortgage payment in this shop, so there we go. So this bathing, people, of course, this brings us back to the ridiculous myth that medieval people didn't bathe. Byzantium, the Eastern Roman Empire, of course, continued in the tradition of Roman bathing, even past the Latin reign of Constantinople. The bathhouses stayed open in Constantinople and are still open for the most part. So these bathing traditions didn't go away, and they stuck around for quite a while. So this Palace of Nestor perfume, that is intriguing to me.
Yes, this one is Alexis's research based on tablets found in the Palace of Nestor in Pylos.
Right.
So ancient Mycenae in Greece, and these tablets contained records of the trade of perfume ingredients, and so we've put these together into a finished perfume to try and smell what it was like in the past.
Right, to smell. I mean, exactly, you're so right. This gives it the extra dimension. What did it smell like? Again, it didn't smell bad. It smelled wonderful. So for those who don't know, these tablets were basically the trade items coming in and going out sort of thing, right?
Yes.
That's fantastic. Or were there any ingredients that were surprising to you in your investigations of all of these amazing smells and oils?
I think what was surprising to me in looking at the perfume trade, or the trade in perfume ingredients around the Mediterranean, was that they might have mixed finished perfumes together and also mixed them with therapeutic ingredients. So I've been interested in, Pliny the Elder mentions a number of perfumes as unguents, as ointments, and says that they might be mixed together, and talks about the different colors that they make, or they might have been mixed with say for example saffron as a therapeutic ingredient for a particular use.
Yes,
so they were also incorporated into medicines.
Wow, it's an interesting idea that I think we've lost.
Yes,
that medicine can smell and or taste good. Yes. It doesn't have to be repugnant in the extreme. Right. Oh goodness. Okay. So we've got some really fun things over here. A 12th century lip balm for too much kissing, in quotes. What can you tell
And we
us?
also
What can you?
this was another one of Alexis's recipes.
Could you?
It's
In front of the camera.
for women that Trotula records a recipe for women on account of the excessive embraces of their lovers and their kisses with their lips rubbing between them. Treat with an ointment made out of plantain, and so we have steeped. It's an olive oil and beeswax base, and we've steeped it with dried plantain, and it makes a cushiony feel.
Oh, right.
On the lips. It's very interesting. It sort of thickens the oil a little
So
bit.
did you say
soothing.
it almost feels like it's a lip plumping? I mean, not that it's going to give you the look, but like, does it feel like your lips are
more
getting a little?
that the moisturizer it's more than just slippery. It's also a little bouncy feeling.
Right, that's fantastic. So the beeswax and olive oil, that's not called for in the original recipe.
No.
But you've added it for stability and for
Yes,
application.
for interpreting, because sometimes there are ingredients that just aren't recorded.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
you have to cross-reference and come up with the most plausible.
Right, because it's like, okay, it's an oil. How does it not just run off of your body, run off of your lips, right? And that, we find this in too.
Yes.
And in dance and in music manuscripts, there are so many things that are assumed. This is common knowledge. Why would you waste time on it? Everyone who's making these things knows that the base is.
Correct.
So yeah, I think everyone needs a balm for too much kissing. Which brings us on the topic of too much kissing. A salve to make the breasts look firm and plump. What can you tell us about that? That's wonderful.
I like the fragrance in it. This is a treatise on cosmetics that Alexis found around 1500. It's a Venetian manuscript. And it calls for calamus, which has a sweet vanilla sort of scent. It's an herb used in a lot of ancient perfumes. Peppermint, which is very freshening. Roses and apples.
So it's interesting because it says to make them look firm and
Yes.
plump. So this is almost like some kind of cosmetic for your décolleté.
Yes.
And this is Venetian. So that is the Venetian from the Venetian Treatise on Cosmetics, which dates to 1500. So that's very interesting because some of you may have seen the Albrecht Dürer studies of women in Venice from almost 1500 exactly. And if you haven't, look it up really quickly, Albrecht Dürer, Venetian women, 1500. And you're going to see that they've got real plump cleavage. And so it would make, and very ample.
Might be artistic license.
So it could be, or it could be this wonderful cosmetic that makes them look extra firm and plump. It worked. Albrecht Dürer looked and saw all the firmness and plumpness all around him. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. I love the way they name things in these sources. So what else do we have over here that might have really unique interest?
The perfume to remove the worries of the soul.
Oh,
And also
yes.
our interpretation of a perfume for Queen Elizabeth. And this one's been popular because of the name. And Alexis, this is something you also found and you could explain.
From 1561.
Near my microphone.
This perfume to remove the worries of the soul is from 1561 from a book of secrets from Italy. It has calamus, lavender, orange blossom, and some spices. A wonderful, wonderful scent.
yeah. It smells. I can see how this might remove your worries. It's it's very, so modern perfumes assault you, right?
Yes.
And they hang in the air forever.
Yes.
This does not do that. How long with the smell, have you noticed, how long does the smell remain before it sort of evaporates into the ether?
It's a personal thing to me. On me, it lasts all day.
Oh, right.
It depends on the person's preference. And it's good to always try these on because some people have found that they like it and see how it works with your skin chemistry.
Right. For those who don't know, your skin chemistry is not the same from human to human, and one smell on one person can smell repulsive on another. Yeah. So the perfume of Queen Elizabeth, what is that about?
This perfume, we interpreted it. It was with distilled flower waters and spices and a whole range of ingredients, and so we had to consider which ones we thought were most likely. And I put quite a bit of anise and fennel in this because that was so common in the 16th century. And if you smell it,
Oh yes,
some
definitely.
people like it, some people don't, but I really like this
Well,
one.
I like anise in general,
Yes,
so
yeah.
so I see it's actually the recipe dates from something published in 1662. So what do we know about this source?
Alexis, this is one of your sources. we divide the research.
Delights for Ladies, published in 1662, Delights for Ladies, and I believe the author was Hugh Platt. It dates to about 60 years after the life of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, but that's a short enough time period for it to be the authentic recipe.
Right, and so
It
the Queen's Delight, is that what was that, like a biography of Queen Elizabeth,
was
or
an herbal book, and that recipe was attributed to Queen Elizabeth.
oh right.
It also states that it's a sweet scent, but I think that our modern idea of a sweet scent and what would have been a 17th century idea of a sweet scent is quite different. And I think that herbs and spices, I think that anise would have been considered quite sweet to them.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, it actually literally
And
has a
marjoram.
sweet smell. It's, and some people don't like it, but I do.
I like it.
I do. Oh, girl, here's something fun. Roman Gladiator body oil.
Yes.
That just sounds sexy. So what can you tell me about this? And
So-
do you have to be a gladiator to wear it?
No, you do not. When the Romans would have cleaned their skin with olive oil, Pliny records a number of things that could be put into olive oil, and so we've selected two. In this one we have laurel and myrtle, because it makes a nice, very green, almost astringent scent,
Right?
and it makes a nice perfume oil.
It smells amazing. So this would be for cleaning, actually.
It could be, yes, but also
Just general moisturization.
Yes.
This is the Gladiator body oil. So I
because
think
that's a good amount to sell. So
right. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, instead of a
although next year maybe.
Maybe
for
next
the
year you can
Bacchanal.
buy, yeah, exactly. You can buy your
might
your
supply.
your bath size supply of oil. So have you ever tried? Obviously you have, but have you done it consistently? Actually, bathing that way, where you rub the oil on your skin and use the strigil, and doing that for several days to see.
I've been doing it. I've been doing it for several days here, mostly on my arms.
Right.
Of course, they did it over the whole bodies, and it works quite well, especially
Yeah.
because you would put the olive oil on and then work up a sweat, either
Right.
through exercise in the palestra in the bath, or in the caldarium in one of the hot rooms,
Right.
or in a laconicum, which was a heated room, so
Right.
like for sweating, and the olive oil actually kind of lifts the sweat off your skin,
Right.
and leaves it quite nice.
Yeah, I bet it would. And I think people forget that in that era, women also they went to the palestrum. They worked out.
Yes.
They
Yes,
got a
they
sweat
did.
on.
They did, and whether men or women bathed at the same time in public baths is debatable.
Right.
I think generally probably not. I
Yeah,
think
I
women
think
probably went in
not.
the earlier part of the day.
I-
Although there are some edicts prohibiting it, so it must have happened.
Right. It probably. Yeah. Exactly. It's like you
Yes.
don't waste time passing laws against things that aren't happening. Really. No, that's exciting. Roman Gladiator body oil, by as basically based on Pliny the Elder's descriptions and
Yes,
yeah.
of
The Elder is just an amazing resource for so
Yes,
many reasons.
And I'll just say as a
So-
guy, I think it smells good as well.
So this particularly caught my eye. This is
Yes.
this Moroccan poppy blush. So I'm just going to show you all this because it looks like it's like terracotta.
Yes,
it really
it is.
does. You look at this and you would think it's a ceramic, right? And it's not. What is this thing that they're looking at?
It's a pigment. It's actually been kind of viral lately, but it's poppy, and also pomegranate rind. It's been in use since ancient Egypt. It's still used traditionally in Morocco today. It was in use in the West into the early 20th century. And when it's dry, it's greenish yellow.
right, and it has this interesting sheen.
Yes.
Right? It's got this
Yes.
almost gilt effect.
And then when you wet it, and you just need a little bit. It's not like a cream that you dip your finger into and
Right,
apply.
right.
You only take what you need. But when you wet it, it turns a very deep red. Let me get a little bit of water.
Yeah,
And
that's
it makes a stain.
that's absolutely remarkable.
And you can vary the intensity with how much water you add. So you can get a natural sort of flush,
Right.
or something
Or you can
quite
get
a
something
bit darker.
violent.
Yes, and it has a lot of staying power. You can see my fingers are I've been dyed all day from it.
Constantly.
And we've been using this one to test all through Pennsic, and it's still got quite a bit of
And
pigment
so this,
left.
what's nice about this versus say some of the products with beeswax and oil is that it's not. It's
Right.
So it's
just the pigment.
it's just the pigment. It's a stain.
Yes,
You know.
yes.
So for those of us who are very active in our when we go out for an evening and we
True.
eat and we drink, this might be a better option
True,
than something you eat off of your lips. That's amazing. Wow. And that's made out of poppy
And pomegranate.
and
rind.
pomegranate, right? And what makes it hard?
Like dry, it just
I mean, do you compact it together? How do you go from ground ground things to
these are the traditional ones from Morocco, and I believe they're just evaporated onto the pottery.
Wow. Okay.
And then left out to dry.
So this part is actually pottery,
Yes,
right?
it
So
is.
this part is pottery, and then inside
And it's got a layer.
it's
of
got this
pigment.
layer of pigment. And how long does that? That seems like it would last forever. It just
It
looks.
does. I mean, how many times have we used this? 150.
I mean,
maybe.
I mean, look at this. So this is actually pottery, but the stained part is the stain, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
Wrist right here.
Oh, where should I put it?
That's really
A
amazing.
little higher. There you go. Look at that. Yeah. You can see the lighter and the darker just by how much water she added to this.
Wow,
Neato.
that's pretty svelte. That is pretty
That
awesome.
would make the big plumper and
No, plump. Breasts that are firmer and plumper is over here. That's Venetian, not Moroccan, apparently. So this one, we already talked about that one. So what is going on with these birds?
These are an experiment. These birds are made by Historical Glassworks over on the other side of the field here. And these are vessels of a certain type. These are potentially Roman perfume or cosmetic bottles. And Master Ali has been making them, and he sealed up some water here. And we're discussing with them about what the contents might have been, because some survive, but mostly they're fragmentary, and they're survived with a pigment, but the liquid has evaporated. There's, I believe, one survival that we just learned about that is sealed.
it's sealed. Yeah, I
Yes.
saw that. Yes.
Not entirely sure of its contents.
Wow.
And we've also been
No one wants to open it and find out it's a precious artifact, 2,000 years old. Maybe they could do chromatography. Yeah, they could do chromatography on
exactly.
it.
Hopefully, if someone has done that.
Right.
But this will be an ongoing project, and we've been talking to Gil Mirandola as well, getting Dosalina's opinions on the pigments and her advice on the pigments. And we disagree a little bit. My thinking right now is it's probably a cosmetic, but it
Right.
could also be a tinted perfume.
Right.
So we're going to try. We have some ingredients here to mix Pennsic. We're going to try different mixtures to go inside, and Master Ali will fill them, and we'll see how it works.
Interesting. So we have found ones like this also, these cute little birdies.
Yes, and they contain similar ingredients. The ones I'm familiar with have madder lake remnants in them, and not necessarily anything else.
Interesting.
And then Alexis knows of some with animal binders, and I believe ochre.
Wow. I mean, yeah, you're right. So those are all pigments that can be used for different things.
And the question
Right.
is, what's the liquid? Is it an oil base? Is it a liquid base?
Right.
What else is mixed into it?
It's just so fascinating. It's like, why do it this way?
Is it meant to deposit color on the skin, or is it just a tinted perfume? Because the Romans did tint their perfumes. The Egyptians not so much, but the Romans did. They like to tint it pink.
Why would you tint your perfume?
Maybe to make it more appetizing, to mimic the color of the ingredients. For example, a rose perfume would be nice to be pink.
Interesting.
And that's a common one. Pliny mentions alkanet.
Does it show up as pink on your skin then, or does it just kind of only to make it beautiful to buy?
I don't
and then
think
it
so.
vanishes
Beautiful
in
to
the skin?
buy. I
Got
would
it. Okay,
think.
that makes sense.
Yes.
We have plenty of tinted things that have no effect on the look. That's pretty amazing. And so was this one of the ones that was also found?
Yes, this is. They have very tiny openings, so the tail of the fine would be open.
But this is not.
No, this
right,
is sealed right now.
got
so
it,
it can
okay.
be sealed,
break them.
potentially yes, or opened with heat, I believe. So Master Ali has been experimenting with that. But there's one that is sealed, and then the rest have tiny openings. Some are open at the head, and the tail, and then also these round vessels have tiny little openings. And you can see how little it would disperse.
Right, drop wise, like very controlled.
Right.
You could
So
really,
some kind of precious liquid.
it really seems, especially in this kind of container. Like this is a
Yes.
precious container.
Yes.
This is a
Yes.
luxury packaging, everyone. Glass now is cheap. It was not then. That's pretty fascinating. Oh, I'm
Yes.
excited to hear what results in that.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
That isn't. I never thought about tinting white like we do it modernly. Of course, we would do it historically because
Yes.
humans haven't really changed in our
Yes.
essence. Wow. Okay. So we've had so far we've had rouge, we've had foundation, we've had balms and salves for moisturizing, for plumping of the breasts, for healing lips from over kissing. We've had hair oil, we've had perfumes, we've had cleansing oil for women gladiators. We've had these beautiful mystery things that are just so beautiful that I just want them to have them, and I don't need more things to just have. Let's go over and look at the last things we have. So you've got some amazing natural items here, and also some gorgeous Turkish, well, I call them Turkish towels,
Yes, yes.
but they're like practically exactly the same as the towels you see in the illuminations.
They are, and I
Right.
love these particularly because they look like Peruvian
Yes,
towels.
these look very much like
And
Persian
then
towels.
these to me are similar to the Tyrian cloths used in Rome for dining couches, for
Right,
example.
right.
So I'll use these for multiple uses: for aprons, for head rails when my hair is wet, as a tablecloth, as a towel, as a napkin.
As a random decoration, like these towels are so multi-purpose. You have no idea.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
covering up something you don't want people to see you carrying through the marketplace,
Yes,
for instance.
yes.
They also have fantastic natural sponges here.
Yes, and I love these because particularly going back to the gladiator oil and bathing with olive oil,
Right.
a typical Roman or earlier Greek bath kit would include a strigil, a sea sponge, and an areobolos filled with oil. And we're working again with historical glassworks because they make beautiful glass areboloi, and that would hold your olive oil.
Right.
And then you'd have your strigil, and you'd have this, and they'd all be on a chain with a carrying loop.
Oh,
And you take
interesting.
it with you to the bath. And I found
It's your
that
bath
after
kit, right.
yes, your bath kit.
Right.
And some survive. And I found that after strigiling my skin, if it still feels a little too oily, a wet sea sponge
Right, just takes the rest
softens
off,
everything
and then it
cleans up.
absorbs
Yes,
into
yes.
your skin.
Yes. Yes.
course it
And
does.
what's interesting is these show up a lot in Greek face painting. The strigil, the areobolos, the sponge. You'll see in images of athletes.
Right, of course,
Hung
because
on the wall.
they're some of the dirtiest, sweatiest people there are. So yeah, natural sponges for the win, everybody. And then we have a couple of face masks and body polishes.
These just sold out our face masks. One
But they're probably available online.
They will be available
Yes.
online. A Roman one from Ovid. Ovid has a long didactic poem aimed at women, and the subject is cleansing. And so he has in verse a number of recipes
try not
for
to.
facial cleansers and scrubs. And I prepared 2 of them at Pennsic, and then we have
he
one
was
here.
such a polymath. He was such a polymath. I mean, he does it all.
And then we have one here. It has rose petals, myrrh, iris, and lavender. And
Yeah.
we've put it in
Yeah,
the base
just
of
she was
pink
talking about its
clay.
ingredients.
And it leaves the skin, the rose is very softening, and it leaves the skin very fragrant afterwards.
And you mix it with
A little bit of water.
little bit
we
of
had
water.
it in a kit with a bowl and a little wooden bowl, wooden spoon, wooden spatula, and people were doing it in camps during the spa.
What is orris root?
Orris root is iris
Ah, okay, interesting.
for cosmetics.
Yeah, so because of the myrrh, it has a very ritual feel to it, right? It really, you're transported to this sort of temple church space where, almost like it would take you to the next level of thinking of spiritual opening. That would be very interesting. And then we have the other one is, it's, I think probably from the same part of the world, just separated by 1,500 years,
Yes,
maybe.
just about. And Alexis, this is your recipe that you found with cucumber, and it also has myrrh in it, doesn't it? Which
Oh
is
yes,
very
this is the
sweet.
cucumber. This is the
Yes.
one that really smells like cucumber. So when they say cucumber, you know there's cucumber
Yes,
in it.
it's
It
cucumber
is.
powder.
It says "Hello, I'm cucumber," which is not a bad thing, by the way. It smells very clean. It smells very fresh. So what is the effect of this on the face?
The myrrh is antibacterial, and the cucumber is very brightening.
Very brightening. Interesting.
And anti-inflammatory.
Right. Yeah, people think of cucumbers as being a vegetable that people either love or hate, but actually it does have a lot of benefits for this. Because the
Cucumbers on your
exactly,
eyes, yeah.
cucumbers on your eyes. It's not just a rich person ploy. It's actually really effective.
Yes. Yes.
And then we have our Persian body polish. Now this is so interesting because I thought that this is the Persian body polish. And I thought you actually, like a stone, polish your body with it, but that's not how you use it at all.
It's a white clay. It's also called sefadab. It's used as part of the hammam bathing process. You take a little bit and you mix it with water, and it makes a white paste. And then you can rub it on your skin with a cloth called a kisse, which is used for exfoliating. And you do that multiple times. You get very exfoliated.
Wow. And do you use this with any kind of regularity in your own bathing tools?
Yes, I don't personally. I don't exfoliate as much because
Right.
I have sensitive skin.
Yeah,
but,
no, I don't
but
do
yes,
either.
but it's nice, and especially when you're camping, it's nice.
Yes, because when you're camping, you have extra things on your skin that aren't your skin. Wow. Now this medieval laurel soap that really caught my attention.
Yes, this is Aleppo soap, and it's been made this way for 1,000 years or more. It's hot processed soap, and it's got the stamp of the soap makers on the back. It is laurelberry oil, olive oil, water, and lye, and they cook it and spread it out in marble halls to dry, and then cut it, stamp it, and stack it in these round towers to age it. And when it's fresh, it's green on the inside, and when it's aged, it turns brown on the
Right.
outside.
It's very interesting because I picked this up and it feels a little bit like a stone because it's been aged, which I didn't realize.
It's a little
right?
unusual at first,
Yeah.
but I think it's beautiful.
No, it is beautiful. You pick it, it's lighter than it should be because of the aging probably.
Right.
Yeah, so you have the fresh green and then the aged tan. And when you use this to wash, modern surfactants create great lather and bubbles. Does this
Right.
create that kind of lather, or just sort of much more mild?
I find it much more mild, but it's got a very silky texture. Even the dust, the little soap scraps, you can feel it quite silky because
Right.
of the
Oh,
olive
yeah.
oil.
Right, they do. And does this leave your skin dry, or does it leave it moisturized?
It leaves it moisturized, so they vary the concentration of the laurelberry oil according to how oily your skin is, up
Right.
to I think 50%. This is a lower all-purpose.
Right.
This is a 10%.
And this one can be used on hair and skin, and it's not going to
Yes.
strip your hair.
Yes, and we've had good reviews with the water here at the campground.
Oh wow, that says
with
something.
using this for hair.
For those who don't know, the water here is so rich in iron that it turns red in the sunlight. So
It
it's pretty terrible on your skin and hair. I avoid it at all costs. But wow, people have been brave enough to try it with the water. I guess they don't like their hair that much. I mean, the experiment is dangerous. I wouldn't test this water on my hair for anything, but I'm glad they did. So if you're here at Pennsic and you want a soap / conditioner / all-purpose cleanser and moisturizer that fights the evils of the wretched water here, medieval laurel soap for the win. And it has such a rich smell. Like it's heady almost. That must be the laurelberry, right?
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's got a fantastically deep smell, so it doesn't smell soapy at all.
No, and it doesn't have added fragrance.
Right.
It's just the natural
This is
scent of the
just the way it is. So if it weren't for the lye, it would be soap you could eat, but don't eat soap, guys. It has lye in it. Wow, so I've really appreciated you taking me on this tour today. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
So for the glass bottles, how do you open? How much heat is needed to be applied? Can you do it in like lamp or
Possibly,
candles?
possibly,
Possibly.
yes. Master Ali has been working on it at Pennsic and demonstrating it, and we're actually headed there after we close tonight to talk more about it. But yes, it can possibly be opened with a candle, and then also possibly broken off as well.
Wow. See, I can see it because it's so long.
Yes.
Like that makes sense that you'd make it extra long so that you
Yes.
could break it off.
Yes.
And if this one looks like it was. If
That
this is
that one was broken.
right.
Yeah.
So that actually makes sense.
But we will explore this further.
This is
see all the possibilities.
I love all the experimental archaeology. It's one of the best things about doing all of this. Any other
Which
questions?
was the lip color?
We've got so
the
many
poppy
options. Do they mean?
How do they find it on the site? I think.
Oh, right. So how do they
Okay.
find? Where would they go to find the lip color and the
lip
rouges?
Under cosmetics. It would be under cosmetics.
What is it called?
The
Moroccan.
Moroccan poppy blush.
Moroccan poppy blush.
Yeah.
Just say that. Right?
Yeah, Moroccan poppy blush for the win. And when they buy it, that will come complete with the
Yes.
everything, right? So you get your own adorable little, for those of you who are ceramics junkies and want lip coloring, this is the winning combination. Not talking about myself at all. Oh, wait, so I did want to mention the silk
yes.
cocoons. So you have these silk cocoons here, and you're not using them to weave silk. So what is the purpose of these adorable little?
That these would be a fun extra. They're good for exfoliating the face. So when you wash your face, you can use them to scrub and exfoliate very gently.
And how long would one of these little adorable silk cocoons
They're
last?
delicate, but I've gotten a couple uses out of them. The sponges last a little bit longer, but
That is amazing. Just little silk
they're
cocoons.
fun. They're
No, I
fascinating.
think I agree.
Yes.
I definitely think that's fascinating.
And then we also have.
They love your gothic golden mirror.
Oh, thank you. That gets a lot of compliments. We have very cute little sea sponges, and these will last for years.
Yeah. They're,
So they're hard when they're dry, and then you wet them and
they get
they
super
soften.
soft. And just so you all know, yours is longer than a synthetic sponge will last.
Yes,
Just
yes,
putting that out there. Okay, any other questions, dear viewers? Please feel free to come in. We're live streaming, but if you are in the camera, it doesn't matter to us as long as you don't.
Cotton balls but silk.
Cotton balls
Yes,
but silk,
yes,
basically,
yes.
yeah.
That's true.
Cornelia, I hope that answered your question about the lip balm color, or the
Yeah.
lip color.
Okay, well, everyone, we'd like to, Ilaria, I would really love, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to come back tomorrow and just buy your shop.
Oh, thank
So I unfortunately have to go and cook dinner in camp. Tonight's my dinner night. But is there anything you would like to say about your shop for our community of fellow explorers in this living history endeavor?
Thank you for the wonderful response we've had here at Pennsic. Alexis has been researching, and we've been cooking things up for a while. This has been a long-term dream of hers, and we've really had a great response. It's been wonderful.
This is the first year I've seen you.
This is the first year that we're merchanting. We did A&S last year.
Well,
This is the first year merchanting.
I'm going to have to I'm going to start getting all my skincare products from you.
2 minutes to go over these products.
2 minutes to go over these
There are
products.
Some people noticed that on your website. you
Oh,
would-
okay. Yes, then absolutely. Okay.
They're like, oh, they
All right. Well, then you're going to have to swing us around,
We-
handsome.
Okay.
just
Or I can hold them
Yeah,
up.
pick up. Yep. Yep.
We have wooden combs as well. We sold out of the knit comb style,
Hold
which
on,
was
there was
the
one over
double-
here. I saw one.
Oh,
It did.
yes.
Yes.
Here it is.
Yes.
We've been using it as a tester to put the hair oil and perfume on. The teeth are very close together, which is
But you can get
very
those
period.
online.
Yes, we'll have these online. And then we have this larger style, and they're very nice. to
Which you
put
do
the
see
oils on.
both, by
Yes,
the way.
you
I've
do.
seen
You
seen
do.
this in 14th century in the Luttrell
Yes,
Psalter,
and
I think. Actually,
this is Luttrell sold. Oh, she's got the
no, she's got the double one.
comb.
It's
Yes.
another one though.
Yes,
I know
yes.
I've seen it. I know. I've seen
So we have wooden combs.
And so this caught my attention. I don't know what a doe foot
Oh, the
applicator
doe
is.
foot, I'm sure you've seen it. It's just
The name caught my because doe foot. I imagine an adorable little.
it's just the little sort of cushion
Oh, right, because it
for
looks
lip
like a
gloss,
doe's
like
foot.
a lip
Got
gloss
it. Got it.
applicator, lip gloss applicator. And then we also have brushes of various dimensions. We have standard makeup brushes, and then we have lip brushes and liner brushes.
And the bristles of these brushes, what are they made of? Do you know?
These are synthetic brushes.
These are synthetic.
Yes,
Got it.
yes. And we have them just to offer along with our products to
Right.
make it a little easier for you.
It does make it makes a good package.
So we have a lip brush and a liner brush as well. And little wooden hand mirrors.
Oh yes.
And little spoons for.
Little wooden hand mirrors. Look at yourself, everyone.
I'm on the TV.
Yes, and cosmetic spoons, which we have one left.
Yeah, these cosmetic spoons are
Yes.
gorgeous. You have one left,
From
did
them.
you say?
Yes, yes, that's
This-
Source Hammer makes for
Get it now. The last beautiful cosmetic spoon at Pennsic.
us. This year, yes, but more next year.
And when do you think you'll be restocking on the website?
It depends on the product. For these, we'll restock, and for the Minoan perfume, which sold out, we'll restock as soon as we produce it when we get home.
Right. And how long does that usually take? A couple of months, couple of years? What is none of us know. Like you could tell us 3 years and we would believe you.
No, maybe a couple of weeks.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
So if people place their orders, then it would, you know, oh, great. So I actually just noticed with the cosmetic spoon, the palette on which it's sitting.
Oh, yes.
So is this the replica or like the thing that might have been used to mix?
This is for display. The Roman palettes were small,
Okay.
maybe about 2.5 inches to about 4 to
right.
6 inches.
And were they also made of marble?
They'd be
or-
made of marble. They'd be made of steatite, I think, and then just gray stone. And often they'd have a bevel on the edge.
Ah.
Interestingly.
Is that, do you think, so I can imagine if it was a bevel on the edge, would that allow you to scrape off maybe?
I think to hold it because it was in a V
Oh,
shape.
in that way,
Yes,
right.
yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
I-
then, so maybe you
yeah.
could hold it like this and work in this manner,
Yeah,
you think?
possibly.
Interesting. Well, everyone, cosmetic spoons for the win. And this end is obviously the spoon. What is this end used for?
Could potentially be for an applicator. They're often found in conjunction with other equipment for eye preparations. So
right.
possibly for that, but also for mixing. And I've used it for mixing.
All right, so it's just two different kinds of mixing tools for different purposes.
Hey, Twitchy Witch, do you want us to buy the cosmetic spoon for you and have them ship it to you?
We can make that happen, Twitchy. Just let me know.
We got multiple comments saying that they want to buy everything. And
Oh, wonderful.
I'm going to put the website up again.
Okay, well, everyone, I could literally just move in with these lovely ladies. Poor Alexis has been out there hiding like a Bedouin in the sun.
Come in, Alexis, come in.
Completely wrapped up. Please come in. You deserve to be seen. You are one of the amazing ladies behind this shop. This team, I really admire these women. They are doing the kinds of things that I would also like to be doing, experimenting with these primary source recipes from across history, recreating the feels and the smells and the sensations and the sense of cleanliness from the past. This is what it's all about, everyone. It's about bringing the past to life, the good things, the positives, the beauty of the past to life. And literally, you are making breasts look firmer and plumper. What could be more beautiful? Okay, everyone, until next time, may your adventures be creative, and I hope to see you all tomorrow back here in the marketplace with further artisans. Alexis and Illyria, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you.
Don't forget, Cosmetica Obscura, buy everything they own. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
ladies. This